Hey, what's going on? This is your boy, KQKC Boxing, throwing down on another video. That's right. Oh, it's on today. That's right. Now, we all know that Errol Spence and Shawn Porter put on a beautiful performance. Now, Errol Spence has elevated his career, not only being the top welterweight, and we always can say an argument about who's pound for pound. But when you have two belts, when you fight fundamentally, when you fight very, very skillful, then you come in and brawl. And let's get something straight before I get started. This is not no tough fight for Errol Spence. Y'all, you saw was a different dimension of Errol Spence. Styles make motherfucking fights. How many times I have to tell you all that? How many times I have to express that? And he showed a different side. And I don't want to hear that low blow shit. Now, I respect my general, 78 Sports. But I have to disagree on some of the things he interviewed Kenny Porter on. No, there was not low blows. If some was, I already got 3 pictures showing Shawn pushing his head down. We know from Canelo and Mayweather, push your head down, hit his ass in the stomach, hit his ass in the balls. That's boxing. Like everybody said before. Shawn Porter's a dirty fighter. He's not fan friendly. And I said that. But you have to be prepared for everything a fighter brings. So I'm sorry, Kenny, K. Diddy. I'm sorry. Shawn, you're not getting a rematch because you fucked it up. You didn't put a rematch clause in there. You never signed a contract, especially as a champion, without putting a rematch clause in there. The Charlos would never do that. And of course, Tony Harrison wiggling out of it. But his ass still got to hold up to that rematch. Keep wiggling out of it. See, now, if he was gracious and learned how to pretty much shut the fuck up, Earl might have been nice and would have gave him one. But he had to talk shit in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the press conference, post-press conference. So now, your ass gonna wait. Just like Demetrius Andre had to wait on the Charlos. And he's still waiting. So I'm sorry, Kenny. I'm sorry, K. Diddy. I'm sorry, Shawn. But you fucked it up. Now, this is not about Shawn. This is not about Earl. Even though he did a great job. This is not about that. This is about Terrence Crawford. It is about Eddie Snake Ass Hearn. Now, I don't know he said this to get under his skin, Bob Aaron's skin, or is he telling the truth? But he is right. Bob Aaron won't spend the money on Terrence Crawford. Why? Most of people or promoters, they're not going to spend money like that on Terrence Crawford when he knows that he might not get the return that he spent it on. We know that. Now, maybe with Green Machine, that don't elevate him to nothing. And Ed Hearn is right. He's slowly turning into a B-level fighter. I'm sorry, Terrence Crawford fans. We'll talk about it some more at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. But right now, I'm giving you a little tidbit or a preview of what we're going to talk about. I'm sorry, but he is turning into that B-level fighter. Don't judge of what Earl did Saturday. It depends on who you fight, and that's the style you have to fight. We all know Sean Porter had scar tissues on his left and right. We all know how much cuts he had caused other people. We all know what type of fundamentals he have. Hut 1, Hut 2. We all know. That's why Earl kept his head down. And that's why Sean Porter pushed his head down. So Earl kept working at the body. Now, he didn't get out of breath, K. Diddy, because of low blows. He got out of breath because of body motherfucking shots. Watch the fight. Watch the fight. I'm tired of all this politically wrecked shit. The referee was right. You got to be fucking kidding me. He got his shorts all the way up to his goddamn navel. That's because he knew Earl Spence is a body man. He didn't want nothing taken out of him. Let's ask the right questions, people. I get it. Y'all want the interview. I get it. Yes. But sometimes we got to tell these promoters, we got to tell these managers, we got to tell these governing bodies, and we got to tell these fighters just how it is. That's why 78 Sports created this LDBC. Because we are new media. Yes, it was good for boxing. Yes, it should be a rematch as soon as possible. Yes, strike when the motherfucking iron is hot. Yes, but who wants to go through all that shit? Take all your fatigue out of you. Wrestling with a motherfucking more than boxing. You know, what is that? That don't help your craft. That don't help the needle move. But Sean Porter has it done to him twice. From Keith Thurman and Earl Spence. And Earl Spence clocked his ass. Now, he did everything in his power not to fall over. So his gloves touched the canvas. Oh yeah, he felt that left. He gonna say he didn't, but he did. So it is what it is, people. So, let me move on. Eddie Hearn is right. Terrence Crawford is turning into one of those cherry-picked, baby-fied motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not calling him a motherfucker. I'm just saying it's a motherfucking situation. Because Pamper Bob, is not going to invest in the so-called pound-for-pound fighter. And who said that Spence was food? Well, Spence is not food when he's not fighting a guy like him, Sean Porter. But if he fight a guy like Terrence Crawford, Crawford ass is food. Because he's a master boxer. But Sean Porter knew that Earl is not going to use his reach. Earl can use his boxing skills this fight. Why? Because he know what type of fighter Sean Porter is. Elbows. All that. So, Kenny, you can say all you want. You're not going to get a rematch with Earl Spence. No way soon. He fucked that up at the post-press conference. He sold them 300,000 pay-per-views. Not Sean. He's not a fan-friendly fighter. I'm sorry. I wish it could have been, but it was a great fight. It's a great fight for boxing fans. And me, as a boxing fan, I enjoyed it. I would love to see it again. I would love to see Earl win in higher fashion. But what can you do differently, Sean? What can you do differently? Bag up in the corner and trying to spin him? And Earl just got right out of it and pound that body, pound that body, pound that body. While your ass was breathing hard when K. Diddy was in that ass? Come on, people. Do you understand KQ? K motherfucking C. Man, you know what? Matter of fact, let me go here. All right? I don't play no games. Terrence Crawford is becoming the B-side, says Eddie Hearn. Now, like I said, he might be trying to get under Pamper Bob's skin, or sometimes motherfuckers tell the truth. Because I seen it too. As you remember, as you recall, he's a lonely man on a lonely motherfucking island. As you recall, he's back in the back room washing dishes, looking at the fights on the TV on top of the french fry fryer. So come on. Come on now. Let's keep this shit what it should be, real. And that's what KQKC brings to the table. Real talk, real shit. When I do get that interview with the Charlos, you're gonna see an interview. You're gonna hear the hard questions. Yes, I'll be respectful, but I will show you and tell you and will explain to you what the perception of the fans are against you. I'm not gonna sit there and agree with everything. If you say something that I like, okay, kudos. I heard that. My man. Now, 78 did great on the interview. Now, I'm not going to take that away from him. Now, I ain't saying that because he's my boss. I'm not going to say that. I'm saying he did great on the interview. But the substance of a couple questions I didn't like. But everybody ain't perfect. I might be wrong. But we men enough, as I always tell you, we are men enough to admit our wrongs. We men enough to admit or how to play the system like they playing us. But one thing about the LDBC, we tell the truth. And yes, I believe in that old notion that the truth will set your ass free. Now, Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn says WBO welterweight title holder, which is paid and bought for by Top Rank, Terrence Bud Crawford, should be an A-side superstar. But instead, he's becoming the B-side due to him being frozen out by PBC. Eddie believes that Crawford is being prevented by PBC to fight their guys because they want to sign him. No, that's not it. See, that's why Eddie Hearn is in the position he is now. See, that's why Matchroom is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. That's why DAZN has a salary cap. They losing money. And guess what they have in common? This lying, snake-ass son of a bitch, Eddie Hearn. I'm sorry. I told you. I tell it like it is. So Hearn goes on and says he thinks that Crawford would beat IBF and WBC welterweight champion Earl Spence Jr. That's because Earl told his ass go kiss his ass if they were to face each other fight right now. Are you kidding me? Earl gonna reach in his toolbox and pull out what? A Kell Brook fight? A Chris Algieri fight? A Mikey Garcia fight? Or now a Sean Porter fight? Take your pick. Take your pick, Crawford. Either way it go, everybody's switching, so you ain't doing shit that's spectacular. Hell, Anthony Durrell, he switches. His brother switches. Come on now. What do you do that's so special? Who have you fought that's so special? Nobody. Everybody you have fought, Earl Spence would have finished him. You saw the clip when Earl pulled up on his ass. You know how he mentioned that fighter, and Terrence Crawford mentioned the same fighter. Well, we both knocked him down. But like Earl said, but I knocked him down in great fucking fashion. Now, I'm no Spence boy. No doubt about it. I'm a Charlo boy. Man. Let me put it that way. I'm a grown-ass man. But I like Earl Spence. Why? Because I like his hard work. This man dropped from 25 pounds all the way down. He fought a fight Saturday night without a strength and conditioning coach in the camp. He did everything he did possible and won the fight with no extra additive. Other words, Sean Porter had to bring in Barry Hearn. He had to bring in other fighters, other trainers. I mean, they act like this was the ball at West Point. Get a motherfucking grip. See, that's talent. You got talent, like Earl said, and you got God-given talent. And we've seen it. We've seen it in the welterweight division, and we've seen it in the heavyweight division. But we will remain to see it in the featherweight division. Leo, love the smile, but sometimes you have to wipe that shit off and be serious and fight Gary Russell Jr. What else has he have to do? Now, Kenny Porter said this. Well, now we have to chase Earl down for a rematch. You will never get it. You will never get it. Because Earl and any other fighter, they don't want to be getting cut up. They don't want to be wrestling. Besides boxing. Boxing is a thinking man's game. Per Roger Mayweather. Boxing is the sweet science. Boxing is what you try to do, but you couldn't do it, Mr. Porter. Like I always told everybody, up to that fight Saturday, what's going to happen is this. Sean Porter going to revert back to his old roughhousing, brawler, bull Russian tactics. And that's what he did. That's what he did. And it ain't long for him to do it. Because you can't remember everything. You can't. You can't put too much in a fighter's head. Now, let me go on. So I don't want to give everything away for today's show. But I just had to say something about this. Now, unfortunately for Crawford, he's not going to be getting a chance to fight Spence anytime soon. According to, he's on the other side of the street, being signed with Top Rank. See, Eddie, you're a motherfucker looking on the outside in. You're a motherfucker from the UK that's fucked up 2 back-to-back pay-per-views. You're a motherfucker that don't know the history of Pamper Bob and Al Heyman. Anytime, I mean anytime, you try to take food out of man's family mouth, anytime you try to take food and money out of the advisor mouth, anytime you try to mess up his livelihood, it's very hard to forgive you. But it's not hard to forget. So, Mr. Hearn, all the shit you have done to everybody, all the shit you have played against everybody, your time is coming. People forgive, but trust me, they don't forget. Now, Hearn notes that Crawford is about to fight for the second time in 2019. Yes, he is. He's fighting Green fucking Machine. Crawford's previous fight in 2019 was against Amir Khan. We know he's a broken fighter. We know he has a glass jaw. We know he quit. Now, Crawford and Khan bought in, listen, 100,000 buys. Earl did 300,000 practically by herself. Now, those are not big names that Crawford is fighting. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it. This is straight from boxingnews24.com. And shout out to him. Now, in contrast, Spence has fought Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter this year alone. Those are obviously much bigger fights than Crawford's. Spence 2 fights this year both brought in over 300,000 pay-per-view buys. 300,000 and still counting, and 350,000 with Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence. You see what I'm looting at? See, Crawford beat Spence is illusion, is a bait. We all know that Earl can change it up and give you a hell of a fight. Now, yes, it was a little tough fight for Earl. That's because Sean Porter is unorthodox. Other words, no skills. Bull rushing, yes, no skills of boxing. Therefore, you don't know where the punch is coming from because he's unorthodox. He's not a straight shooter. He doesn't have footwork as far as fundamental footwork. Yeah, you can run in the ring. Yes, you can twist or turn someone in the ring. Yes, that's the only quick feat he has. But have you ever seen him box? And let's not play stupid. You know what the fuck I mean. And no, we haven't. That's why he hasn't pretty much made a dent. All his fights, Earl is right, has always been close. He has to get over that hump. When? Where? I don't know. But before I close, it was a good fight. I picked Earl Spence to win on points. The way most people did, said Eddie Hearn, the snake, the mushroom hidden snake in the grass. And he told into Boxing Social and discussing the Spence Porter fight. And I think Sean Porter is tough to look good against, but I don't know if Earl Spence is improving that much. See, all he's trying to do is diminish Earl's reputation because Earl didn't want to fuck with him. That's his MO. That's what he does. Just like the Charlo. He tried to do the same thing to Wilder. It is what it is, people. So, you can tweet, you can say whatever you want. Earl Spence won this fight. Earl Spence did not hit him with any low blow, maybe one. And you know what? I give you 2. But any fighter knows if you pushing another fighter head down and his arms are free, he gonna hit your ass until you get the fuck off of me. I'm sorry. But I have to keep it real, people. I'm sorry. My channel's growing. Why? My channel's growing because I'm telling you the motherfucking truth. And I'm talking about my boss, my general. I love that guy. But I don't agree with some of the questions or some of the answers or some of the statements with K. Diddy. Sometimes K. Diddy got to face reality. Your son is a brawler. Your son is a comfort type halfback. Your son do not have any qualities. When he asked Earl Spence in the post-press conference, my skills were a little bit better than you thought. And Earl answered it right. No, not your skills. Your toughness, yes. You're strong, yes. And that's it. And that's it, Mr. Hearn. So, whatever shit you trying to allude to, whatever shit you got up your sleeve, whatever shit you trying to bring the zone back, or a mushroom at that case. It's not going to work. One thing about Earl Spence Jr., win or lose, he still is a smart ass man on a business standpoint. Man down. Fucking strap season. I'm KQ. KC Boxing. If you like the content of this video, feel free to subscribe. Right now. Right now. And hit that bell icon. That way you get notified every time I do a video like this one and a live stream, which I come on Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Central Time. I come on right after Hearn International Boxing. My co-host from OG Boxing Talk. Don't miss that either. That's Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Hearn International Boxing Channel. You got to be there. You got to be there Sunday. You got to be here today. You got to be here tomorrow. Oh, I keep it real. That's what I do. That's why they call me KQKC, the OG. Now, you have to tune in and why they call me the singing OG. You got to tune in at 12:30 and find out. And with that, shout out to the almighty LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. I'm out. Matter of fact, I'm on to the next motherfucking one. Peace and love.